Wow, when I was waking up from a coma 18 years ago, I had no idea that God had this in store for me and for my family's life. You know, I had to relearn how to walk again, how to talk again, and I never thought I'd be traveling. And now to think that I'm traveling all over the world and I am now running and just have the strength every day just to reach out to friends and family around me. It's just so exciting. And just, I want to encourage you to dream as well, that there are no limits to what God can do. And in His timing, friend, He wants to bless you beyond measure and wants to help you fulfill your dreams as well.
When I think about the wreck being 18 years ago, it is literally totally crazy to me. It feels like an absolute lifetime ago. But when I really sit down to think about it, all I can think about is the sovereignty of God. What goes through my brain is that God is faithful. In the moments, in the darkest days, nothing made sense. It was very hard. We felt alone and like we weren't going to be able to get out of it, and almost feeling like, God, do you know what you're doing? But God knew exactly what He was doing. And He showed us every step of the way that we weren't alone, that He had not abandoned us, but that He was standing right next to us. And every step of the way, He has been faithful. And now as we look back 18 years, we never could have guessed what the Lord was up to, and we praise Him for that. So whatever you're going through, in the midst of it, don't try to make sense of it. Just ask God to reveal Himself to you. Ask Him to flood your heart with love and with strength, and to carry you, and just take that next little step after step after step, and then you will be able to look back one day and say, wow, God, you have been so faithful. Now I see what you are up to. And we just thank God. We praise Him for His love. We praise Him for His strength and His guiding every step of the way.
18 years ago, I was just begging God to wake Jen up from a coma and to come to my family's rescue. And I remember just wanting Jen to be normal again. I wanted her to not be in pain anymore, not struggle anymore. And it's been 18 years of struggling, and yet God had a far greater plan than I could have ever chosen for my family. I was just worried about getting Jen back to school and getting her back to her friends and the fun things you do in high school. And yet I could have never imagined that what God had for our family was to allow us to help others who are going through pain and trauma, to allow us to share the gospel and our hope that we have in Jesus, and now to travel all over the world. That is something that I would have never imagined. And as much as I wanted things to be normal, God had a much greater plan. And I want to encourage you today, if you've gone through something hard or traumatic, where your life will never be the same again, where your family will never be the same again, you can trust God to do something greater. God showed me to stop begging and to start praising Him for the new things. Forget the former things. Do not dwell in the past. See, I'm doing a new thing, and you can trust God for the new things that He has for you.
18 years ago, our whole family should have died coming home from church on a Sunday night. We were literally run over by an intoxicated individual running from the police. And I look back now 18 years later, and our accident was totally about God and His plan for our family. We now get to share the hope found in Jesus all over the world. We have been in full-time ministry for 13 years, and God is using our story to impact people's lives who've gone through pain and trauma. If you've gone through something difficult, I just want to encourage you that God will use your story for His glory if you allow Him. You can trust Him, keep claiming His promises every day.